Hello, souls. How are you? Today we will check who are your spirit guides. If you are interested in this topic, choose one of the 5 piles you have in front of you, and we will see who are your spirit guides. If you cannot choose any of the piles, you can listen to all 5 of them and take what resonates with you. And let's start with pile number 1. You have 2 spirit guides. They could be siblings, and you are not able to hear them or see them. They are talking about this, that they try to contact you and to talk to you, but you are concentrated in your own problems and everyday life, and you appear that you are not listening to them. And they say that they're right next to you, very, very close. They hug you sometimes. But you are too active, and you don't pay attention. You trust only tangible things. They say that once you were having really good time, maybe they were friend of yours, or maybe really siblings, but then they had to walk away, and this changed everything. You change from a loving person to cold-minded one. You don't trust your feelings anymore, as you believe that feelings are the only feelings that you can feel are pain and sorrow, and you're full of them. They tell you, remember how when you were little you had so much dreams about life, and you are full of love and life. You can still get back to this state and become who you really are. You're warm and talented person. You have fire inside of you Don't feel regret for anything. You did what you can, and now you can only go forward. Leave the broken heart behind. We are next to you, and we will help you each step of the way. Don't be afraid to start over again. Yes, I know that you are afraid and that you have failed in the past, but it cannot get any darker. It can get only lighter. After the deepest darkness, there's a sun coming. Just remember this. Every time you feel the pain in your heart, remember that after the deepest night, the sun will rise. And just before the sunrise is the darkest moment. Just be patient. That's it. That was all for pile number 1. Leave your comments in the comment section below and let me know how this resonates with you. And let's see what we have for pile number 2. Who are your spirit guides? Pile number 2. You don't want to get emotional because you think that this will be too much for you to handle. All these tears and big changes that happened in your life. You don't allow yourself to be too emotional. You believe that this is some sort of a sin if you're too emotional. And you believe too that this way is some sort of a bonding, that you become like a slave of your emotions. And your spirit guides are telling you to stop trying to be the most grounded and most responsible person in your family. Stop being the person everybody can rely to. This is not you. You have, I'm not sure if these are two different spirit guides, but they are a little bit angry with you. They are telling you why you are taking all the responsibilities and all the burden on your shoulders, Do you believe that this is the real demonstration of love? Why do you think so? Who told you that? Every person needs a team and other people to help them. And yes, you say, if not I, who could do this? I'm the only one who's taking any kind of action. But deep down, you remain hurt. And you feel that there's no ground under your feet. You get lost. Sometimes you feel like a little child, even if you are a big boss in a big company, or you have several people who rely on you. Sometimes you feel like a child that is lost. What is their advice? Stop doing things that are not paying back. You have too much things going on, and sooner or later you will drop one of these boss you are playing with. You see, you are juggling with these responsibilities, but sooner or later one of them will drop and it will be too difficult for you to hold them together. Start. You need to transform, you need to change. Start giving a time for yourself. You need to stop thinking about the past. What is in the past is in the past. What you need to do is to let go. Just allow yourself some time and keep fighting, but for the right reasons. Choose smart your causes to fight for, and dedicate some time for yourself. Treat yourself. Only quality time will give you this sense of emotional fulfillment. That was all for pile number 2. Let's continue with pile number 3. Let's see who are your spirit guides, pile number 3. It's somebody who worked hard during all of their life and they passed away. They were really tired at the end. They say that this was the reason they stopped working. They worked literally till their last day, till the last day of their life. What is their message? They say use your brain. Come on, use your brain. Start thinking. They know you since you were a little child, since you were a baby. It's one person, most probably a female, and she knew you. She knows you since you were a little child. She was holding you in her arms. She knows you very well. And she says that even where you were younger, you were already that something like you were having your temper to deal, difficult temper to deal with. But she loves you really much. And maybe you were somehow afraid of this spirit, or you were afraid until she was alive. Maybe you were a little bit afraid of her because she was too fiery. She could get easily angry with you. Yeah, but she was fair too. And you valued her really much. You appreciate her. So there's a new beginning for you. And your spirit guide wants to tell you that yes, you feel excited of this new beginning, of all of your plans. And she's some kind of sending you this message that everything will happen, but you need to collaborate with people. You see, these two figures are building their own house, but they are not alone. They are two at least, and they work 2 by 2, two on each side. So try to involve as much people as you can in your project, in what you are planning. Yes, you need a team, so try to find the right people for your house and for your team. And she's again angry with you. She's saying, stop telling that I'm absolutely capable to do everything on my own and to think that you know more than everybody else. She's getting mad at you. She's saying that it will be a struggle, really, and that you are lying to yourself. That is not so. She's telling you, try to be more responsible. We are talking about something serious here. You need to follow protocols and certain logic. there's protocol and order to follow, so don't try to do everything by your own. Okay, that was so for pile number 3. Pile number 4. Who are your spirit guides? Pile number 4. And what do they have to tell you? It's a male figure, and they say, yes, everything fell apart, everything collapsed, and this brought sorrow and fear, but it was meant to be like this. There are events in life that are not under our control. We cannot control everything. We believe when we are alive that we hold the world in our arms, but we are just like small children. When we were younger, we were believing that we can conquer the world and we can fly. But if you fly too high, you will burn your wings. And this person considers that they fly too high and that they burnt their wings. What do they have to tell you? They tell you to remember to take a rest after the hard work. Don't become slave of your work. Don't it doesn't worth it. Remember to take a rest. If you can easily get burnt out. This is in relation to their destiny, and they're telling you that if you don't get the necessary rest, and by rest they mean also mind rest, like not thinking about anything, get good sleep, change the environment. They are telling you that this situation may get toxic and you can start some sort of addiction. So this is what they're telling you. Start learning something new that will help you relax, maybe meditation, yoga or something like this that will ground you. So more of meditation and yoga. It looks like that is on this side, and this will help you relax and will ground you. And they tell you stop lying to yourself that you have everything that you need, that you are self-sufficient. They tell you that you are acting like small child, even if you believe that you are a grown-up person. And change is difficult. It causes a lot of stress, but only after the death of your ego you may become the person you are destined to be. And your spirit guide is telling you that they are shouting at you to start thinking about your situation from another perspective and to get out of your comfort zone. They are like screaming at you. You need to stop with this life cycle, your pattern. You need to change your life. And they feel like very, very tired because you don't listen to them. You don't want to, even though you have really strong inner voice and intuition, and they are absolutely sure that you can hear them, but you just refuse to talk to them, and you don't want to listen to them. You're like, I'm following my own path. I don't want to hear anything. You're cutting them out, but they are sending you a really, really clear message that you need to change. You need to change. And it's urgent message for you. Pretty urgent. If you don't build over solid foundation, the building will collapse. And if you don't take care of your mental health, if you overwork, you can easily get burnt out. That was all for you, pile number 4. Let's continue with pile number 5. Let's see, who are your spirit guides, pile number 5, and what they want to tell you. Do we have any message for you? What are your spirit guides? Pile number 5. If you have a child, your child reminds you of the person who is your spirit guide. And this spirit guide is also spirit guide for your child. And this is a really clear message. They are watching over your child. Or if you have lost a child in your past, in this case, your child and an older young man are your spirit guides. And there's also another male figure that is guiding you. You have very strong male presence. And they're pretty active. I'm sure you're sometimes you hear them, like you hear some sort of a voice or sound. I believe it's some sound that it serves you like a signal. Maybe it could be a bird song. When you hear the song of specific bird, you relate this to this person. What they want to tell you? Cherish what you have now and don't be too idealistic. Don't overestimate romantic relationships. Don't let be yourself fooled. Don't get yourself fooled. They are warning you about some sort of scam in your love life, and they are telling you you believe that you have found your soulmate, but this person is not the right one. Use your mind. Whatever decision you want to take, maybe you plan to move to this person, start living together, but there's a warning, so you need to think once again, consider all pros and cons of this possible situation, and they tell you, if you however decide to move and start living with this person, you need to have some money saved for yourself only, to be available in case of need. Oh, a little bit weird message. You see, now you are making plans for some sort of movement or trip or something like this, but this will bring a lot of conflict and friction. So you need to know exactly who you have in front of you. If your partner or the person where you want to travel is some like cold-minded professional, you need to be at the same level. If you start to idealize them and to sugarcoat everything, and you believe that everything will go smoothly, this is not the way that will work. You need to be at their level. Like, if they are the king of swords, you need to be the queen of swords. I just made a video about the 4 queens archetypes, so you may want to take a look at it and check how the Queen of Swords is acting. But this could be also, maybe you're planning to get back with your ex, and for some reason, and the warning is, don't sugarcoat everything. Don't be so naive. Like when there's needs to say the truth, to see the truth, open your eyes and see it. Use your brain. It's time to stop be overly emotional. That was all for you. Pile number 5. I hope you liked my reading, and I will make a new one for you tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening.